know the cafe worker's face. You see the same neighbor 3 times a week. You can say bon dia, order your coffee, and ask for the bill. But if your wallet is the only thing crossing the counter, you are not building a life yet. That is the invisible wall many digital nomads meet in Portugal. You are surrounded by people, but every interaction ends just as it begins. Welcome to Moving to Portugal Daily, episode number. I'm Mateus Costa. Today we dive into the Portugal Conversation Ladder with practical steps to help you relocate smarter and live better in Portugal. My argument is simple. Belonging is built less by impressive Portuguese than by becoming a familiar, respectful person who returns. You do not need to sound fluent. You need a system that helps you speak, listen, recover from awkward moments, and show up again. Over the next 30 days, move through 4 practical actions. Prepare a few prompts. Extend an exchange with one thoughtful question. Repeat your visits so people recognize you. Then, invite someone into a small, easy next step. The result might be a better recommendation, a professional introduction, a language partner, or simply a familiar face that makes Tuesday morning feel more like home. Not every conversation becomes a friendship. That is not failure. The aim is more respectful opportunities for connection. Start small. 3 greetings, 3 questions, 2 repair phrases, 2 graceful exits. That is enough for week 1. In a cafe, you might say, Bom dia. Como está a correr o dia? How is the day going? Or, O que recomenda hoje? What do you recommend today? In your building, try, Vive neste prédio há muito tempo? Have you lived in this building long? At the gym, ask, Costuma treinar de manhã? Do you usually train in the morning? Why so few phrases? Because a prompt you remember beats a phrase bank you never open. These are not theater lines. Adapt them to the person and the setting. For a clarification, try, Poder repetir mais devagar, por favor? Could you repeat more slowly, please? Or, Não percebi tudo, mas quero aprender. I did not understand everything, but I want to learn. And when it is time to leave, say, Foi prazer falar consigo. Até a próxima. It was a pleasure speaking with you. A 2-minute conversation can be a success if both people leave feeling respected. Now comes the part that turns a phrase into a conversation. Ask one follow-up question. Just one. If the barista recommends a pastry, is that a local favorite? If your neighbor says they have lived in the area for 10 years, ask what they like about it. If someone mentions a weekend walk, ask where they usually go. The question should come from their answer, not from a checklist in your head. You are not displaying vocabulary. You are showing that you were paying attention. Listen for 3 details: a name, a preference, and a place. Maybe Anna likes the quiet cafe on the corner. Maybe Rui recommends a particular market. Maybe your neighbor goes swimming on Thursday mornings. Afterward, write one simple note in your tracker. Not sensitive information, just enough to help you remember the human being in front of you. Then, when you return, you can say, Anna, I tried that market you mentioned. Suddenly, you are not starting from zero. You are continuing something. The next shift is repetition. Choose 3 anchors. Perhaps the same cafe on Tuesday, the same gym class on Thursday, and a neighborhood market on Saturday. You are not walking into a room and trying to make 10 friends. You are becoming the person who reliably says hello to 3 familiar people. Arrive when you said you would. Return when you said you might. Follow through on a recommendation. Trust often arrives before sophisticated language does. Your presentation supports that first impression, but it does not have to become artificial. Clean, appropriate clothing, basic grooming, an open posture, enough energy to look present. These are forms of consideration, not a rigid standard of attractiveness. You can keep your identity and personal style. Just put the phone away for a minute, make comfortable eye contact, and avoid rushing every exchange. If you repeatedly arrive late or look unavailable, people may reasonably give you space. Optimize your life while you relocate. Communication starts before the first word. After 2 or 3 positive reciprocal encounters, try a low-pressure invitation. Be specific and make it easy to decline. I am taking a short walk on Saturday morning. Would you like to join me? Or, I am going to a language exchange next week. You are welcome to come if you feel like it. Do this after some mutual conversation, not when someone is clearly busy or working under pressure. If they say no, answer, no problem at all, maybe another time. Then behave normally when you see them. An invitation is an opening, not a demand.
Let me make this concrete. Imagine Daniel, a remote worker living in Arroyos. Every morning, he sees the same man walking a dog outside the bakery. For 3 weeks, Daniel says nothing because his Portuguese feels embarrassing. Then one morning, he tries. Bom dia, como se chama o cão? What is the dog's name? The answer is short, Luna. The next day, Daniel says bon dia to Luna and her owner. 2 weeks later, the dog's name is the reason they stop and talk.
Daniel did not suddenly become fluent. He simply stopped waiting for permission. He prepared one phrase, extended the exchange with a question, returned to the same place, and allowed familiarity to grow. The opposite pattern is common too. Someone decides they will speak only when they can speak correctly, and 6 quiet months pass. Imperfect practice is usually more connecting than silent perfectionism. That does not mean forcing conversations or ignoring a person's signals. It means giving ordinary opportunities a chance.
What if the other person switches to English? You may think, they switched so I failed. No, they may be helping you, saving time, or simply feeling more comfortable in English. You can say, Obrigado. Podemos falar pouco em português? Thank you. Can we speak a little Portuguese? If the exchange becomes difficult, use both languages. And when you misunderstand, repair it quickly. Acho que não expliquei bem. Let me try again. Or, quer dizer que? Do you mean that? Honesty is often more reassuring than pretending you understood. For the next 7 days, track only 4 things. Where you went, what you asked, what you remembered, and how your energy felt afterward. On day 1, choose one recurring location and write your small script bank. On day 2, use one greeting. On day 3, ask one follow-up question. On day 4, return and remember one detail. On day 5, practice a repair phrase. On day 6, allow a conversation to run slightly longer or attend a local activity. On day 7, review the pattern. Do not score other people. Score your consistency and your presence. Your tracker can be one line in a notebook. Date, place, prompt, detail remembered, next step. The next step may simply be returning next week. That still counts. You are teaching your nervous system that local interaction is part of daily life, not a high-stakes exam. Some conversations will be brief. Some people will not be interested. Let that be information, not a verdict on your worth. Sustainable integration respects your energy. Choose a quieter setting when you are tired, and keep the habits small enough to maintain. So remember the movement. Prepare a few flexible prompts. Extend the exchange with one genuine question. Repeat your visits until recognition becomes familiar. Then invite a person into a small, easy next step. You are not collecting contacts or pretending to be someone else. You are creating the conditions for trust. Build the foundation before you arrive, and keep building it after you land. The location can change. The habit travels with you. If you want help applying this beyond the next 7 days, open the Nomad Life Success course and choose the communication and integration frameworks. Use them to build your 30-day belonging plan, connect your social habits with energy and confidence, and turn good intentions into a calendar and a tracker. Start with one place, one prompt, and one return visit this week. That's your daily Portugal blueprint. Start applying one thing this week. Portugal isn't just a destination. It's your optimized new beginning.